The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Welcome, everybody, to Jal Sports, where we're in Jal, New Mexico once again. This is going to be a scheduled game of one after it being on the schedule for the most part for Texico for a doubleheader, but it got changed, and we changed and rolled with it, too. So thank you very much for being here. This is Ron Gunner with Jared Bear on the camera. We're going to bring you a game for you. This is the first district game for the Jal Panthers. And, you know, we all know, of course, they've been struggling in the district, but that is something that they're trying to get past. They do have they have 9 players plus 1, so they have 1 extra on the bench this time around. They won't be shorthanded like they were in the last, the first game of the doubleheader. So at least that's some good news. As far as who they're playing against, that'll be against Texico, and that'll be, of course, the Wolverines. They had a great season for basketball, and right now they are sitting at 3-3 on their record. Coming in also for not only do they have just 6 games under their belt as well, but they also have their first district game, and it's on the road right here, and it was unexpected, but of course I think they roll with it just as well as everybody else can. And speaking of which, let's go ahead and talk about their lineup, because we're going to be getting under this game pretty soon. Starting off with first batting will be Chuy Chavez. He'll be at shortstop. It'll be Jesus Devils, and he'll be the DH for the game. Gavin Reese is going to be batting third. He'll be at center field. Hunter Bowman is going to be fourth. He'll be at third base. It'll be Elijah Rickson. He'll be the right fielder. I'm sorry, the left fielder. Let's see. Actually, no, wait. Left, right. Okay, it's 9, so he's right. And I am right now. So Mickey New is going to be pitching for the team. Mason Pipkin is going to be catching at, he's going to be at first base. So he'll be catching a lot of plays there for some outs possible. For catcher, it will be Austin Hockma. For Jacob DeMarco, he'll be playing at first base. Actually, let's see. What did I say was playing first base? Oh, that was second base. That was Mason Pipkin. Mason Pipkin at second. Hockma at catcher. DeMarco at first. And Riker Russell will be playing on left field. So that'll be the lineup for the starting lineup for the Texico Wolverines as far as their batting order. Okay. So yeah, it'd be who, what, and I don't know at third base. No, not really. So let's go ahead and talk about the Jal Panthers as they get out there and start warming up. I think they're doing it a little early, actually, just about on time, really. Maybe a little early. If we've had this done before. So Ben Moody is going to be the freshman who's going to be starting it off with pitching. Let me double check. Yep, he is going to be throwing as I saw him warming up earlier. So the freshman at going to be throwing, and Trip Helmer, the 8th grader, going to be catching. He'll be batting second. Fernando Sauceda will be batting third. He is a sophomore. Jayton Butts will be batting fourth. He is going to be at third base. He is a freshman. Isaac Salinas, he's a sophomore, of course, and he is going to be at shortstop. Batting next, followed by Zaid Lindman, the freshman, who's going to be in center field, and he is a freshman. Miguel Ramirez, freshman, he is going to be at right field. Navarrete, Navarrete is going to be at left field. He'll be batting next to last, and last will be Xavier Villa, and he is the junior who will also be at first base. So that is the lineup for Jal. Once again, it'll be Ben Moody pitching for Jal and Mickey New for the Texico Wolverines. Let's see what we have for, of course, we have Tiff Stuper back at the station, making sure everything is working properly. Thank you very much, Tiff. And let's see. Let's go ahead and have a pause. We'll be back in a moment. Continue coverage right here on the Jal Network.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
Both these teams with 6 games under the belt. 0-6 is what Jal is coming into. And again, both of them starting the district play. We are underway as the first one comes up. Chuy Chavez is going to be starting off for the Texico Wolverines once again. Comes in with a .471 batting average. And that first one is just a bit outside for the ball. So ball 1. Delivering once again. And a little high for ball 2. So once again, it is Jesus Chavez at .471 batting average. He's also a pitcher from time to time as well. 191. Swung on and missed. He took a big cut on that one, and it didn't connect. So 2-1 is the count right now. Of course, once again, another windy day. I don't know if it'd be a baseball game without the wind, and right now it is definitely a hitter's wind. As this one gets hit, and it looks like it'll be just fouled as it goes to the left. Couldn't see. You never can see over there, but it looked like it was a decent hit, but again, it was way foul, just foul enough anyway, to give us a 2-2 count. First one up. Top of the first as we have a hold for a second as the ball was getting cleaned up off the or out of play anyway, and now we're back. 2-2 for you. Moody on the mound, delivers, gets that one across, not low enough. Ball 3, that'll be a full count. See if Moody can get his first strikeout in this game. Would be nice. Delivers again. Swung on and foul. This time it bounced around, but pretty much was foul. As he tried to get ahead of it. It's one of those situations you didn't time it right, so he's going to at least he's alive. So he's alive at 3-2 or full count for another throw. Time from the ump. Right. So as a quick timeout from the ump, we're going to get back into play. Got started a little early. That one is going to be he's running like he's got a third strikeout anyway, but it's a walk. So first batter is walked. Next one will be Devallos, and his name is also Jesus. So that's why Chewy goes by his name. Right now, 1 on, no outs. Top of the first, and we are underway. A little ahead of schedule. Thank you very much for being here once again. Jer Bear on the camera. I am Ron Gunter. And Moody pitching. Steal on the way as that one goes low and outside for the ball. And again, a steal with no attempt to take him out. So 1-0 was the count. And pretty much, and maybe the third base, because Moody does have a good arm, and he can throw it over there, but definitely wants to make sure the third baseman is there. Swing and a miss, and that is ball or strike one. As the batter was under it for Devallos. One and one on second base, no outs. Throw on the inside, he swung on it anyway, and strike two. Moody ahead of the count right now. We've got it at 2-1. I've got him at 1-2. I think I'm right, but yeah, exactly. You can't just have a ball with a swing. A little high there, and it'll be ball two. So now we're at 2-2. Again, I'm not sure where they're doing the scoring at. It's not where they used to, though. So we've got a 2-2 count, tied count. That's what I meant to say. Moody delivering once again, a little high, swung on and hit for the foul. So no change on the count, 2-2. Some of the umps give you the settings or the pitch count. I mean what the count is. Some don't. Smack just a bit outside. Could have been an easy base clearer there, but instead we'll be going on for a ball. So I mean that's foul. Ball. Yeah, long ball? No, a long strike. Yes. So in the end, it'll still be 2-2. I think some of the dirt's messing with my mind. Yeah, let's use that. Coming up next is going to be Gavin Reese to bat. He's in the circle right now. Hits that one up the middle, and it's going to go into center field, shallow center. It's going to hit the ground, and that means one is going to score. It's going to be a long single for Devallos and an RBI as well. Already 1-0 is the score as Reese comes up to bat. It's a nice little blooper. It hit in front of the center fielder, which is Lindman. And now it's Gavin Reese, who is going to probably, or possibly, a little high on that one, ball one. Saw a lot of steals. Oh, hit him. So automatically already, Reese at first. And now, Jesus at second. Hunter Bowman coming up next. He is the third baseman. I think that's what they're slowly doing. Shift to the right. Accommodate for the batter. Who bats left. Swung on, and this one goes to the right. Actually goes behind us, right there in front of us, actually. Nevertheless, though, foul. So Hunter Bowman. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Let's see. Here's the pitch from Moody. Outside just a bit. So now we have runners on the corner. That's wrong way. There we go. So runners on the corners. If he does try, of course, steal a run could be stolen. Yep, he's going to run. It's another ball and no try. Again, can't really do that with a runner on at third. But a strike call right there, nevertheless, makes it 1 and 2 for Hunter Bowman. So he's going to have to stay true on this one. Can still get 2 outs. Wants to get 3. That one hit on and swung back. It just clung on to the bat, looked like, as he went to the backstop. Counts down 1 and 2. Count still stays at 1 and 2. I need some water. Long thinking process there. Finally Moody in there, ready, delivers. Hit again, and that one looks like it's going to be fair. It is. It's going to go all the way to the wall, to the warning track. He's going to get 1, 2, and a great 3. Could have probably went all 4, but instead he's going to settle for a 2 RBI triple. So Elijah Rixton up next. Let's see, as we have, if those 2 runs come in. So Texico with no outs, 1 on at third base, scoring position, and coming up right now, Rixton. Rixton is playing at right field, or left field. No, that is right field. Right, left, yes. Yes, I know. Look, if there's 2 choices, I will make the wrong one. So he's the right fielder, not the wrong fielder. First one goes across for the ball. Hit, ding, and that sounded like it was a good hit. It went right over his head, just barely, but just enough to be able to get a score to come in from Miguel Ramirez, the freshman, as he wasn't able to track it down, and that is a RBI double. Yes. RBI double for Ricketson. So I had a feeling this could be the way it goes, but right now it is still. Here's the pitcher, Mickey New, coming up next. Four nothing, swing on and a miss on that one for Mickey. Strike 1. That's what I would do sometimes, is I would try to make something out of nothing. Swing at everything, and I always had trouble locating the ball, which you never want to tell your pitcher. A little ahead of that one, and that's strike 2. So it was a good throw. It was just ahead of that. And when you do that, usually when your bat is in front of you and the ball is still coming towards you, you generally miss it. So that's what happened that time. But Texico still up 4-0. That was a little low for ball 1. And with that pitch, it is a steal for third. So that means Ricketson is now at third. Swung on, and that's the first strikeout for Moody. And the first out as well. So 1 out with 1 on scoring position. Coming up, Mason Pipkin. He is playing first base. And Mason is, let's see, I've got No numbers on him either. I think some of these players hadn't been playing, but swing on and missed, and that is strike one. Tried to tag out at third, did not make it in time. Set back up for Moody. 0-1, so he's out of the count. But down 4-0 with one out and one on. Mickey taking that one, and that's a little low. It's going to be a wild pitch. Going to go ahead and see. Nope, it wouldn't have been there in time anyway, but slid in. It was able to get a score for Elijah. Yep, I don't know if he even had it, actually. I think it hit the runner, but either way, it's going to be a ball for Mickey. 2-2 is the count. Oh, 1-1. Oh, I know what I'm doing now. Okay. So an outside bouncer for ball 2. Always want to get a cheater over here so I can score right, but sometimes when you're looking up and down, you don't see where you're looking at or where you're marking. So 2-1 is the count. Moody with another throw. A little high for his short catcher to catch. So that'll make it 3-1. Definitely test those knees and those shock absorbers they call legs. So nobody on. 5 runs have now scored. 1 out. Moody delivering. Swung on and missed. That'll be strike 2. Oops. And that does get it to full. 3-2. Moody hoping for another strikeout. He's already had one just a moment ago, the last batter. Hit up the middle over to short. He's going to field it, get it over to first, and that will not be in time. As that was Isaac Salinas, to the sophomore, who did a good job at everything, but couldn't get it there in time as it was legged out by Mickey New. As you know, sorry, that was Mason Pipkin. So Mason gets a single. He is at first. Austin is up next. He is catcher. And no movement at second so far. Now he's moving a little bit over closer to second. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Austin going heavy on that one. Austin's a senior. One of the runner is going as that one is hit straight to first. Oh, and he mistook it. It bounced a little odd on him at the last second apparently as it misses his glove and will be an error as Xavier could not handle that one. And now we got runner to first and now third off that hit. So we got the ducks in a pond as it's runners in the corners. Let's see, and that is next is going to be Jacob DeMarco. So let's see, Jacob coming up. Runner is going to go ahead and go after the pitch. And once again, another steal of bases for this time around for Pipkin. No, wait, no, actually that was for Austin. So swung on and missed on that one big time. And they go back to third pick. Nope, but at least kept him honest on that one as it looked like also Mason was going to go ahead and try to get a little extra advance in bases as well, but had to go back. Otherwise, it would have been an out. So 2 on, 1 out. 1-1 is the count. This one's going to be hit. And it will be fair, and let's see if it gets to the warning track or beyond. Yep, it's going to be a home run. Yep, that's for DeMarco. I want to double check, but it looks like, yep, he is clearing the bases. So that is a, what was that, 3 runs? So a 3-run RBI home run for him. And that'll make it 8-0. Let's see. Or is it 7-0? Yeah. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should be 8. Yep, there it goes. Unfortunately, I am right on that one, as this will be top of the order. Chewy Chavez first up again. First one's going to be a ball. So top of the order for this Wolverines club. 471 is what he came into bat. Swung on and hit, and that'll be, that's fair, as it goes inside third base to left field. He's going to make a double easily, and they finally started to get it working into the infield. Possibly could have gotten 3, but instead is happy with 2. He was walked last time, so he's definitely going to be happy with those results as he gets the double. Coming up next, Jesus Davales. He had a single, RBI single, last at bat. Comes in with a .385 batting average. Woody with a pitch, little high behind him for ball 1. So 1 out, strikeout for Moody. Otherwise, it has been all Wolverines so far in this top of the first. 8-0 as the score. 1 on at second. Moody with a pitch, a little low. It is swung on, hacked, and will be foul to the left. So the count will be 1-1. On this windy Saturday. Thank you very much for being here. Wind is blowing out, so I don't know if that carried the ball, or if it helped it or not, or needed help for that last home run just a moment ago by DeMarco. But I'm sure it couldn't hurt it. We're going to get back into play. Davalios back in the box. Moody ready for it. Gets this call he wants and delivers. That's a bouncer. And the runner gets to third with that wild pitch. So Chewy at third. Davalios, the designated hitter, who had a single and an RBI single and also, of course, scored, is still up with 2-1 for the count. Goes across and did not find the zone. 3-1 now for the count. Sometimes your Sesame Street comes out when you say the count. Moody with the delivery once again after getting the call. Looked good, but it is swung on and misplayed through the glove of the shortstop. Of course, that is going to be Salinas, the sophomore. And this time around, it's going to be a double. RBI double for Davalios. And now we have a 9-0 score. Jal still has not had an opportunity to get to the bats on. As the coach coming out, going to talk to his players. We're going to take a pause for a moment, be back, and we're going to continue coverage for the Jal Panther Network right here on the Jal Panther Network.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
All right, so far we've got Isaac Salinas, who has gone from shortstop to pitcher. And I think we had one or two others move around. So, yeah, that's going to be Fernando Sauceda went from second to third. And the other one would have been okay, so 12 came from right field, and that would be Navarrete to shortstop. All right. So let's go ahead and see. So now they're spreading out again. It looks like the pitcher. So from second to short, so he didn't move far. Should be or could be second base is the other one. Yeah, third base was 13 already, so that didn't change. So unless it looks otherwise, it looks like it'll be Moody at second. Yeah, stealing the base once again. Let's see, that is going to be, as it is Gavin Reese, who got hit by a pitch. First one's going to be high for ball one. Change in pitcher. Just after 10. Actually 11 batters. Ball two on the bouncer. So many things to take care of, to keep up with. But one out, one on at third. Reese hit by a pitch, did score in the first. It's still in the first, as that one is high. And no chance to get that one scored. So Gavin Reese ahead of the count, 3-0. So we walked in a different way. Mickey New, when he gets on, he has a 10 ERA with 8 strikeouts and 3 walks. A little low, ball 4. So bake your taste or case and take your base for the walk. So only one batter has not been able to get on base so far. Hunter Bell went up next. He had a triple, or 2 RBI triple, earlier in this inning. Almost 30 minutes into this first. Runner at first and third. Going to go ahead and steal. Didn't even try to hide it. Yeah, it's going to make it there easily. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy for the ball call on Hunter. So again, Bowman with the just a little inside, but nevertheless, ball 2. 2-0 is the count. We've got 1 out, 1 on, actually 2 on, sorry. Second and third. 9 runs have come across already in the top of the first. We're still there. And a different pitcher, Salinas. And that is going to be 3-0. So a possibility if he walks it, he loads the bases up. Yeah. He has been known to swing at a few extra ones. Here comes the pitch. Outside, nope, ball 4. He's going to load the bases. Coming up next, Elijah Rixton, who had a double RBI double. And Salinas with the delivery once again, a little low, and that actually will be on target on that one. Down the pike for a strike, strike 1. Salinas' first strike call so far. Back in the box is going to be oh, there it is, Elijah. Elijah hits it. It's going to go just to the between the two, between center and right field or left field, and it's going to be a base clearer on there with a 3 RBI double. And that's his second double of the game. No, actually, he just had an RBI double on there because the not home run, it was 2 RBI double triple before that, so he had 1 on. So he did score the one before, but that is going to make it now 12-0. Coming up, Mickey New once again. He struck out. He's the one that struck out in the first, still in the first with 1 out. And Mickey with 1 runner on at second. And it's going to be the third as it gets past the catcher for the ball call. So runner at third now, 1 out. Mickey batting again. This time he wants better results than he had last time he struck out. 12 on the board. That was a little high, and no, it'll be a strike. He did call a strike after all. Did catch the top of the strike zone. 1-1 is our count. Salinas put in a pretty bad situation. Is trying to get out of it so far, and that's not going to help. But it does bounce off and come back to the catcher. So no chance for a run-in of a score. Mickey sitting ahead, 2-1. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, all of our sponsors. Of course, we'll thank them as we go along. We're right now. Salinas with another delivery. Low. And he swung on and missed that one as he did move a little bit down, too. But 2-2 is the count right now with 1 on and 1 out. I understand. You know, you always want to try to get that hit and make something with your bat happen, but sometimes you got to just say, wait a minute. And that one, too, swung on and missed. That'll be strike 2. That'll be his second strikeout of the game. And that'll also be out number 2 for the inning. So 2 down, both the same player, Mickey New, the pitcher, but he is setting ahead at 12 right now, so didn't hurt his cause as Mason Pipkin comes up, second baseman. And he had a single as well last time up. So 2 outs, 1 on. That one goes across. Just a bit outside. I thought for a second it might have caught something, but it did not. It wasn't even caught by the catcher, but that's fine. It was at least trapped. Sophomore is pitching, and the catcher is an 8th grader. So a young team on this Jal squad. As that one goes across, just a bit outside for the ball call. So 2-0 is the count. Salinas back to deliver once again. Gets a good look. Nope, bouncer though. And another ball. 3-0 is the call. Once again, Tripp did a great job blocking that play from becoming a wild one and then scoring the runner at third. So good job for Tripp, the 8th grader. This is the reason why he is the catcher. One of the hardest positions, I believe, in baseball. That one gets across. It's also going to be ball 4, so it will be aggressively taking the base will be Pipkin. And we have runners on the corners once again with 2 outs. Hakama coming up next, or Hakama. Got on with an error and scored. He is a catcher. Another runner and another stolen base, as that one is uncontested once again. I think he did that before as well. Yes, he did. So nothing new on that one, just steal to second. If I was a runner fast enough, I would do the same thing. But right now, count is at 1-0. Got a few in the crowd right now. Gets a little high, ball 2. Also have a game in Eunice going on right now. They're also dealing with some high winds and probably a little dirt as well. Delivers, gets it across. I thought that was going to be a strike, but no, he's a little bit slow on his delivery on that strike call, but instead will be the ball. Count goes to 3-0. Salinas with another delivery. This one's a little low, and that'll be ball 4. Walk it, and that'll load the bases up, unfortunately, for him in the process. Jacob DeMarco, who had the dinger last time, is up next. That is bad timing. Could be 4 more runs if he gets another good hit. And meanwhile, I think they're going to have a substitution coming in. Looks like they will. A runner is coming in for Austin as he gets ready, possibly. And the person coming in, let's see, it's going to be, I gotta find it because it's not on my roster. Chris, I want to say Evans, Chris Elm. So Chris Elm. First one is going to get passed for ball 1. Bing bong. There we go. Still the top of the first. We've been here since about 35 minutes. 2 outs, bases loaded. Swung on low and missed for strike 1. Nope, didn't look and see. Could have delivered it second. Of course, it could have been a bad throw too, so better yet, do not throw that over there and cause an error and a score or 2 to come in. 1-1 is the count right now still. And it is, again, the home run hitter from just this inning who drove in 3, could drive in 4. Yep, lined it up. Got another good bounce on that one as it comes back to that scrappy catcher, Helmer. But the count is now 2-1. And you can see that Jacob wants to get something. DeMarco wants to get another home run. Yeah, one's not enough. It's just like potato chips. One is just not enough. Delivery a little high, and nope, not going to run again. Might as well stay at course. This rate, we've got 3-1. Could walk in a run if a walk happens. Salinas, though, on the mound still. Has faced, this will be his 8th batter. Looks back again, no signs of anybody trying to pick it off, and that will be ball 4. Would have been a good time for a strike, but instead walk in a runner. And that would be Rixton. So now we're at 13-0. Bases loaded. Top of the order now, Chuy Chavez, his 3rd time up in this first inning. First one is going to go across low for the ball. He had a walk in the first, actually walk first time up, and a double in the second time up. I know you got to adjust these things when you're still in the same inning. 3 times now, or this is the 3rd rotation of the lineup. Goes across, and that is going to go across, strike for a pike for a strike. Yes, indeed. That is nicely done. He gets a few of those in there, and that was not even swung upon. So 1-1 is the call. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Trying to get one more out to get to the bottom of the first. Here comes Salinas with the ball a little high, and that'll be a ball call. 2-1. Tripp has been doing some great work at catching so far in this game. That is right down there. No look, just looked at it, watched it go by, and Chuy rings up another strike for Salinas. So 2-2 is the call. One more, and get him out of the inning with bases loaded. Wouldn't be great, but at least it'd be something to stop the bleeding at 13. Salinas with that opportunity. He's going to go ahead and deliver. Hit the ball, foul. He did swing at that one. Uncatchable. And it's still 2-2 for the count. Texico wants to empty the bases. Jal wants to get out of this inning. So let's see who wins on that one, as the wind has drastically changed. It is from out to in now. It looks like it's going from left to right, but foul ball will continue to keep the batter alive and the runners at bay. And that's still 2-2 for the count. So no change of that. No change of the runners. Back to Salinas. He's going to deliver another one to Tripp. He's going to hit this one, though, up the center. Could be caught. Nope, it's going to be right in front of him, as he was a little too out there. 2 are going to come across, but it'll be a 2 RBI single. Yes, next up will be the designated hitter once again, Davalos. So 2 more runs come across. There are 2 left on base. 2 outs, and we're still in the top of the first. Third time up again for Jesse, or Jesus, who had a single and a double, RBI double. There we go. First one a little high, and that will advance the runners. They're going to throw to third. Butts doesn't get it, and it's going to go into the outfield, but no advancement of the runners after the bad throw to third, or the try for Butts. So a single, but gets him to second. Oh, what? Oh, that's right. That's right. I keep forgetting about that. So no hit. So Jesse, or Jesus, still up there. His count is now at 1-0. Low 2-0. Trying to make things happen that aren't not happening. Jal doesn't need any more help. Or Texico doesn't need any more help. Yeah, that's it. So 2 on, runners at second and third. I knew that. And that is a swing and a miss for strike one. Count goes to 2-1 right now with 2 on. He had a couple of RBIs earlier in this inning, same inning. And that fastball is going to escape for the ball call, 3-1. So once again, it is Salinas who is back down on the count once again, trying to fight his way out of that hole, as well as the 15 runs that have already scored across the plate. Here we go. So, nope, that'll be low for ball 4. So bases are loaded once again with runners. Gavin Reese coming up now. Reese, third time up as well. He's been hit by a pitch, also had a walk. So he's one of the only ones that I'm aware of that has not, or one of the few anyway, that hasn't gotten a hit, except for being hit at or on. Swung on. This time it's going to go to the right, just past shortstop. He's going to go in the outfield. 1, 2, and that'll be 2. That'll be it. So 2 RBI single for Reese. And you can pretty much call this batting practice at this point for the Wolverines. Hunter Bowman up now, once again. First one, he had a triple. Then he had a single. No, is it a single or a double? I think it was actually a single that turned into a double, but up, and he got hit. So nevertheless, hit by a pitch. And that will advance the runners. Jesus now at third, Gavin at second. Hunter is at first, and Elijah, who's had 2 doubles at bat, is on batting right now. Gets it across a little high for ball 1. Ricketson right there. Let's see. All right, 1-0 is the count. So it is 2-0 for the count. And we've got, once again, bases loaded. Still on the top of the first. We are now 50 minutes into this game. So not going the way Jal wants it to. It's reminds me of a couple years ago when they were trying to get their program started and they were having troubles like these. This one, he actually kind of hit him, but going to let that one slide as it brushed the front of his pants. Nevertheless, though, it'll be 3-0 for the count. And here is another delivery. Goes low, ball 4, going to walk in a run. So here comes Mickey New, the only one who has been able to strike out twice. And the 2 outs so far in this game. Could it be 3 and out as we have bases loaded with 18 runs? We've got a meeting on the mound. Let's go ahead and double check our figures. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage. It's happening right here in Jal, New Mexico. Jal in the first inning, top of the first. We'll be back in a moment.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
We do have a change in the pitching staff, and that is going to be Fernando Sauceda. So yes, so we've had 3 changes so far in this top of the first. Each with .3 is what they would be listed at for their pitching. And the sophomore is warming up right now. So the logic would be that Sauceda goes from shortstop to pitching, and that would mean, oops, and I didn't get that one right, but oh, that's right, 1 and see. So to go back, so he'll be going back to shortstop. So he started at shortstop, he went to pitcher, and now he's back at shortstop. So not too difficult to keep up with, but definitely bases loaded, 2 outs. And Sauceda trying to get us out of this top of the first. Let's take a break. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice.
All right, we are ready back, and Mickey New once again up to bat. The pitcher so far has not had a throw yet. Still in the top of the first. 2 outs, so bases are packed, and that one goes low for the ball. So Fernando pitching right now. He is first batter. As once again, it was starting off with Moody and then to Salinas. That one a little high, ball 2. Mickey New, been up both times, struck out twice. So far, he's ahead of the count, 2-0. Still has an 18-run lead for the pitcher. And the wind has changed a little bit, but not much. It's gone back to a batter as that one goes across for the strike. 2-1. Seems to be a cooler, windier day when it gets to baseball, especially on a Saturday, and so far the last 2 have been proven that. This one goes across for the ball. Not going to try that time. 3-1 is going to be the count. Thank you one and all for being here. Whether you're in Jal or in the World Wide Web, thank you so much for being here and part of the game. And here not having to worry about the wind. Goes across, and that'll be a strike. Caught the corner on that one. So the count will be at 2 and, or actually full count, 3 and 2. I know a full count. All right, so 3 and 2, full count. Doesn't look like the concession stand is open unless it's on the other side. They were working on that. I think they finally got it open. As a steal goes, swung on and missed, and strike 3, and that is out number 3 as well. So it'll leave 3 on base. A lot of hits, a lot of runs. It'll be 18 to be exact as we get to the bottom of the first. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network. Thanks for watching.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
All right, so yeah, that was a long first inning, top of the first, the bottom of the first. Now it was 18 runs off of 10 hits, 1 error, but 3 left on base. So the bases were left loaded, as it was Mickey New who got all 3 strikeouts and all 3 outs for the first for the Wolverines, although he still has the lead as the pitcher. Speaking of which, yeah, he is pitching now. Looks pretty good. He's getting across the to his catcher. His catcher is, let's see, memory serves, it is Austin. It's coming up first is going to be the freshman who was the pitcher to start this game, but will be Ben Moody. Ben's going to be followed by the catcher, Trip Helmer, 8th grader. So you got a freshman, then an 8th grader following him. Ben is hitting below 333. I know it hasn't changed since the last 2 games, but see what he can do as Texico and the Wolverines are set on defense. Here comes delivery. Oh, right across for the strike. No surprise on that one for the Wolverines. Delivery. Hit, and it's going to go to shortstop, who's going to take his time. And actually, no, that's second base. That's right. Second base is going to get it. So 4-3 on that one for the first out. And Moody goes down. Tripp is up for the 8th grader. Following him will be Fernando Sauceda, I believe. Yes, indeed. Bunt is shown, and there's going to be a strike on that one as it goes across. 0-1 is the count. So the Wolverines got through 3 rotations of their lineup in that first inning. Swung on just a little bit late and miss for the strike 2 for Helmer. Going to keep the base alive, or keep the bat alive anyway. Almost a balk right there, but instead called by the ump at first. And a warning, looks like. High delivery on that one. Trips a little low, though, so that is 1-2. Creator ready. Delivers. And just outside for the ball. Count goes to 2-2. Mickey New once again on the mound. Another delivery. Couldn't tell if that was going to be a ball or a strike, but either way, swing and a miss, and that will be strike number 1 and out number 2. Looked like he hesitated for a second. Is that right? So Fernando Sauceda, so far 2 up, 2 down. The sophomore up next, who is currently playing at pitcher. First one comes across for the ball. Jaden Butch, the freshman, is going to be up next. He is playing at third base. Would like the opportunity to be able to get back into this, but swing and a miss on that. That'll be strike number 1. So 1-1 is the call for Sauceda. It's been a week since his team has played. That one goes across. Almost hit by the pitch, but instead a ball. So 2-1 is the count right now. Sophomore girls are ranked high as that one goes across for the strike. 2-2 is the call. I think they're second place. They're behind Loving. Loving is actually the first team that was able to beat them in a non-district game. And that is a strikeout as it goes across the pike for a strike. Second one for New. 3 up and unfortunately 3 down for Jal. And that means we're in the top of the second. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Mamacitas and Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Welcome back to Jal, New Mexico, as we are here for the Jal Panthers versus Texico Wolverines. We had a long first inning, top of the first that is, and now we're in the top of the second. Coming up first to bat is going to be, let's look at the right lineup. Near the bottom of it, Mason Pipkin, Mickey Newell. Mickey New, who is pitching this game, had 3 strikeouts in that one inning. So he was the one that got all 3 of those strikes or outs for Texico. Meanwhile, Mason has been a single and a walk, has scored twice. That first one goes across for the ball. Strike. Looked low. That one is going to be jacked. And is he going to be able to get it? Nope, just going to be out of play on the other side of the net. But still a strike. So, behind the count for the first time is going to be Mason Pipkin at 0-2. Fernando looking pretty good so far. Of course, that it's still way early. That one goes across. And that is close, but a ball will be called. So top of the second. We just got started. Nobody on, nobody out. Mason Kipken, the second baseman. I keep doing that. Second baseman. Hits this one. Hits it up the middle. Towards. Oh, nice. He was in the different position. He wasn't anywhere near where he should have been, but nevertheless, he was in the right spot at the right time for Navarrete for the first out. Yeah, I just didn't expect that much of a shift. So shifting over, first out, nicely done. Oops. Try that. Coming up next, Austin Hockma, who had an error and a walk, so he has not been able to get a hit so far, and this is his third time up. Inside, had to duck out of the way, or get out of the way on that one for the ball. So 1-0. 18-run lead. You're not seeing that wrong. And we have one out. Nobody on. Showing bunt. Going to get out of that one. Go low for ball 2. So Sauceda now down on this count. 0-2 or 2-0. But this is a strike as well. Nope, a little high for ball 3. But the next one, we would think that. We could be looking at a moment of full count here as the sun comes out a little bit. Got some clouds around us, still blowing wind, blowing out to the outfield. Sauceda low. Nope. Ball 4, so walkie-walkie. Could see Chris Elm coming out to run for him again, maybe, as Jacob DeMarco comes out. Had a home run in the first and walked in this, same inning. So he's had a home run and a walk. And there is Chris coming out to run. So the pinch runner is set up now. Jake could get an RBI home run if he gets another one. He jacked it the first time, but not against Sauceda. Looking over, he's going to go ahead and throw. Run down now as it's going to be first and second. He's going to get some help from Tripp. Nope, didn't go back. Didn't go back in time, so no catch, and it'll be back to first for Austin. So nice try, just couldn't get it done with the tag out. Yep. Tripp running there, have to run back and get back in position. Maybe that's, I sometimes think that run is actually nice for the knees, but you never know. That one goes across, and that'll be a ball as it goes right in front of Tripp. Now the count is at 2-0. Actually 1-0. Right, because he didn't throw that first one, and it was trying to catch the runner sleeping, and instead gets caught in a rundown, came back. Swung on, big swing and miss. Strike 1. Jacob DeMarco playing first base today. Goes 1-1 right now. Nicely done. Strike. And, also nicely done by Tripp as well as Sauceda. Sauceda ringing up a strike as it was just watched. DeMarco watched it go across. 1-2. Runner is going, and it's going to be a swing on and a drop third strike, but he tags him out anyway, so Out number 2. As the runner advances, Austin is going to be at second. So 2 outs right now. So they're doing a whole lot better than they did the first inning. And now a bunt is shown for a second, as it'll be the top of the order by Chuy Chavez. And the first one's going to be rung across for a strike as he watched it go by. Oh, he did swing at it. I didn't see the whole thing. No, run back, threaten, because there was nobody near to catch the ball. But good, keep the runner honest. That's what I always say. 0-1. Chuy Chavez walked, had a double and a 2 RBI single. Right. So 1-1 is the call right now. But the runner goes to third. And that'll be Austin. Yep. Another one goes across, hits the backstop, and will not be any further than that. So 2-1 is the count right now. So far, it has been no runs come across right now, but we've got one threatening as they are in scoring position at third. And Sauceda on the mound for the first time and throws that low. Be the ball. Nope, he got out of the way. And that'll mean 3-1 for the count. And there we go, count 3-1. Sauceda with one man on at third. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Full count is what we've got against Chavez. Chuy's already had 2 RBIs. Would like to get another one in this hit. But not with that. Strikeout number, that is out number 3. And that'll be strikeout number, I want to say 1 for him. So 3 up, 3 down. No, I'd say no, actually that was his second strikeout. That's right. Oh, that's right. So we've had 3 strikeouts. All right, so yeah, it's a lot has gone on just in 2 innings. But we're at the bottom of the second, and we'll be back in just a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
All right, Jal fans, for those keeping score, it was no hits, no runs, no errors, 1 left on base after a walk, and we're in the bottom of the second with Butts coming up to hit, to bat, and we've also got on the circle, or in the deck, Isaac Salinas, the sophomore. So the freshman's going to lead away on the bottom of the second. New's going to deliver that one across. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. So this is the first time up for him in this game. Did have a 500 record, but that was a couple of games ago, as that was a strike. On the swing and a miss. 0-2 is the count. Mickey is ahead. Jayton trying to fight back as that one goes across. Thought it was going to be inside, but instead gets rung up for the strike. That is out number 1. That is not what Jal fans wanted to see on that one. But coming up next is going to be the shortstop turn pitcher turn back to shortstop. First one's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 1. Took a wicked cut on that one, just didn't find anything but air for Isaac. Quickly done, and inside, going to catch that one for the strike, number 2, as he watched it go across with a bat on his shoulder. So you know he's going to be protecting the plate now, unless a new pitches some junk. And actually that one did fall in for the strike. So 2 up, 2 down so far for Jal. As coming up next is going to be Zayd Lemon, the freshman, out in center field today. Let's see what he can do with the bat. It's got a little choked a little higher than normal. That'll be low for ball 1. Second one goes across, swing and a miss, strike 1. Crouch, low, gets ready for another pitch. Linman goes across, and that'll be good eye as he gets that one across for the ball. Count goes to 2-1. Another cool day on this Saturday. That one goes across inside for ball 3. So 3-1 is the call. As long as I don't overthink it, I think I get it right. That one goes across, and it will hit the strike zone. I thought it would, but the late call does assure that. Full count now, 3-2. 2 outs, nobody on as the last 2 struck out. Lemon trying to get something going with the bat, trying to get more than just 3 up and 3 down as that one goes inside. And that'll be a walk. So first batter on, first runner for Jal. Coming up is going to be Miguel Ramirez. After that is Navarrete. As it is, looks like that was the first baseman who had to tie his shoe. Does so. And it is Miguel once again, the freshman. Gets brushed back for the first one, ball 1. Goes back to his position for Miguel. And Mickey liking that call. So he delivers once again inside, ball 2. Two and 0 with 2 outs, 1 on at first. Sneaking his way to second, 1 step at a time. And that one is going to be inside for ball 3. So 3-0. Inside. So now that'll catch the corner for a strike. Counts now at 3-1. Runner still at first. Unlike the Wolverines, they are not, Jal is not trying to steal any bases. Goes low, and that'll be ball 4. Yeah, let's go ahead and get the runners going. So for the first time, we've got 2 runners on, 2 outs though. Coming up next is Navarrete. Followed by Xavier Villa. He is a junior. So 2 on, protecting the plates. New with the delivery, goes across for the strike. Oh, 0-1. High, and that is going to be ball 1. 1-1, as it has been 4 strikeouts so far for the Wolverines against this Jal squad. That one goes high. Ball two, trying to go back for first, and that will be not in time for a safe call. A nice try. So it keeps the runners at bay, first and second still. And the count is now at 1-1. Actually, I think it's at 2-1. Nevertheless, though, that is a strike call as it goes across. And Navarrete looking at 2-2. There we go. I believe that's going to be a balk. So, yep. Yep. And I think they, like I said, I think he got a warning on that one, but nevertheless, runners advance to second and third, respectively. Inside for the ball. And that will make it full count, 3-2. So opportunity to get fully bases loaded, possible. Nope, that'll be a strikeout. Strike number 3, and that'll be out number 3 as well. But not before leaving 2 left on base with no errors. There were no hits and no runs. We're going to go to the top of the third. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage happening right here in Jal, New Mexico. Thanks for watching.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
No, who was on first? Anyway, let's go back to this as we first one is going to be across, and that is me for a strike. Nicely done from Sauceda as we get underway on this third inning, top of the third. Swung on for a foul, and that'll be from Davallos, the designated hitter. He is already down 0-2. Thanks for being here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get our scoreboard. There we go. 0-2. So it was 18 runs in the first for the Wolverines. They were held to a goose egg, and also goose egged all around almost, except for the one that was left on base. And that was going to be hit back. A souvenir. Oh, almost caught, but no, missed it. It'll be still 0-2 for the count. They have some awnings over there, but it snuck between them. Didn't hit anybody, so that's all that really matters. That one goes across. That'll be a shallow hit to second, who couldn't trap it. It is going to go over to shortstop, which is Tripp, and be thrown back. So a hit, a single on that one, or maybe an error on that. Either way, he is going to get to first base. So one on, no outs. Coming up next is going to be Gavin Reese. Reese has been up 3 times already. He's been hit by pitch. He's walked, and he's had a single, 2 RBI single. And a swing and a miss on that one, be strike 1. Gavin getting that one again, and that'll be a Paul call, as looked like it was a strike zone area, but instead, ump is going to disagree with that. 1-1 is the call. Saucito, though, doing a lot of damage control on the mound so far. That one goes high, ball 2. Got a little sun action out there now as the clouds are kind of spreading out a little bit. And the wind continues to rotate around. 2-1 is the count. 1 on, high ball for ball 3. Had that to give, didn't chase. Hunter Bowman up next. And it is Jesus at first. Surprised he hasn't already stolen. A little low on that one, ball 4. So doesn't have to steal as it gets the walk. So next up, once again, Hunter Bowman. He's one of the few that bats left. Two on, no out, 18-run lead. Just a bit inside for the ball. 1-0 is the count. Looks back to his runner at second, goes ahead, swings, and I think that was foul, but fouled back and strike number 1. Runners stay at first and second. Saucito still on the mound. He's able to get the final out of the first inning and has been on ever since. Outside, though, for the ball call. He has rung up 3 strikeouts so far since. In the dirt, nobody's going to advance on that one, as it was collected back in time from Jayton Butts. But nevertheless, though, ball 3. 3-1, and see if Saucito is going to deliver this one down the middle for a strike call. Hit, though, and it'll be foul, so it'll be a strike. Number 2. And the full count once again with 2 on and no outs. So is this going to be an inside low pitch, trying to get him to chase, or we'll see. Here's the delivery, swing on and missed. It'll be a dropped third strike. And even though there's a strikeout on that one, it's going to advance him to first, and the runners move to second and third respectively. So Hunter Bowman is on. Gavin Reese goes to second, and DeVallos goes to third. Bases loaded on that one. Actually, no. It's going to be a foul tip. So instead of that, we're going to have to go back. We're going to keep those runners on at second and third respectively, but not a strikeout. Oh, yeah, you're right. Turned out, I know why, because no, there wasn't anybody at first, so I have no idea why either. We'll find out later on. Meanwhile, though, that's the first out, though. That's nice. Elijah is up next, and that first one is going to be delivered for a ball. Right. Anyway, 2-0 is the count right now. Goes inside, nicely done. Racks that one up for a nice strike. 2-1 is the count right now. We have 2 on, second and third, with 1 out just a moment ago on that controversial. Again, if anybody knows, that's going to go outside, but going to find its way back quickly to the catcher, and Butts able to hold on to it to keep the runners at bay. 3-1 is the call. Wait a minute. Actually, runners were at first and second. That's the reason why, even though they advanced to second and third. So if you've got a runner at first, you cannot advance on a drop third strike. So that's the reason why he's out. Although, on the other hand, the other runners did steal base either way. So that is going to be a walk for Ricketson. He's going to advance to third. Base is loaded. First one is going to be across high for the ball. Once again, this is the player that has struck out 3 times, gotten all 3 outs. That was in the first inning. And he hasn't been back since now. This is the third inning, top of the third. Hasn't faced Sauceda. That one's going to go across. Nicely done. Just sneaks in for the strike. 1-1 is the call. So yeah, I don't know how you can advance on that one, but nevertheless, so you cannot advance to first if you've got a runner at first, and he did. That one goes across. Nicely done, but unfortunately, the ball is going to be the call. So 2-1 is what we've got. Sometimes you got to wait for a moment to see what the umpire says. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. So Mickey at a 2-2 count once again. Struck out all 3 times so far. Waving that bat around. Going to get it active. Sauceda delivers. Swung on and hit. Foul back toward the bleachers. So we start getting more people in here now. Almost 2:30 in the afternoon. Just one game set for 7. Unless we get a mercy rule. A little high on that one, and nobody chased. And if anybody does, it could be Mickey. Nevertheless, though, full count. Bases loaded, full count. Strikeout king in a way on this game so far. That one goes inside. That'll be a walk. And that'll also walk a run in. So 1 out, base is still loaded, and it is now 19-0 as we get to Mason Pipkin. Mason flew out in the last inning, the second inning. Gets that across. Ball is as it was inside. So 1-0 is the count. Always a dream for a batter to get up there and see the bases loaded. Sauceda with a hit, and it's going to go over to shortstop, and that'll be in time as he caught it. First or second out. Actually, no, that is the second out. So it is 2 flyouts for Mason Pipkin. Coming up next, we've got Austin. And that first one's going to go across, swung on and missed for the strike. He has not been able to hit or get a hit. He's walked twice and been on with an error, but has not gotten a hit yet. Bases loaded. Goes low, and the ball goes high. That'll be a ball, so 1-1 is what we've got. So it's 2-1. Wants just one more out to get out of this inning. That goes across. Nicely done. Strike is the call 2-2 now. One more strike and we're out of this inning. And we're going to leave the bases loaded. Swung on, and yep, that was a bad swing, but nevertheless took it anyway. Got the strike, third out, and we get out of this inning. But not before leaving 3 on with 1 hit, I believe. Let me see. Actually, it looks like no hits, 3 left on base. 1 run does come across, and we're going to go to the bottom of the 3rd. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage on 1 error as well. As we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network, whether you're on HobbsAmerica.com or on YouTube. Thanks again for watching.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you?
All right, we are back, and we are still we're at the bottom of the lineup right now for the first round of swings on this one as that one goes across, and that'll be the ball call for Xavier Villa. So this is his first opportunity to bat for this day. And that one goes for a swing on and miss, strike 1. So New is unable to hit the ball, but is able to get some quick throws in that one as well. Swung on and missed a little early on that one. He tried to swing a little differently, hesitated, and I think between the two things threw his swing off on that one. Nevertheless, though, missed the ball, and it'll be strike 2. 1 and 2. Here we go again, Xavier. That goes across. Watched it as it goes for a strike. And that'll be, whoops, wrong way around. Out number 1. Top of the order right now as we get back to it. The freshman is going to be here with Ben Moody. He had a shallow hit that went 4-3 for the first out of the first inning. First one's going to go across, and that will be down the pike for a strike. Thought it might have been swingable, but instead set for a moment. Watched it go by, and unfortunately it was a strike call. Good eye on that one as he almost swung on that one, but instead held his bat, and it went across for the ball. So 1-1 is what we've got right now. Delivery once again, a little slide sling on that one, and it goes across, and it'll be a ball. Looks like he was trying to hurl that one and kind of give it a bit of a rotation on it. Did quite work. Well, it's not for the strike call. So 2-1 is the call. With Ben Moody coming up next, Trip Helmer on deck. Just a bit outside. Didn't chase it, and nice, a good eye once again. I don't know why they said good eye, not a nice eye. So 3-1. So expect to see something down the middle. And it is hit high, but to the left. In fact, it probably went over us. There it is. 4, the foul. Yep. So we get a little action here. Full count. So keep it in front of you, is what the batting coach would tell you. And didn't. Swung early and strike again, so that's the second strikeout of the inning and the second out of the inning as well. So 2 up, 2 down so far. Jal with the third batter, and that'll be the 8th grader, Tripp Helmer. See if Tripp can take a trip to the bases. On a slightly windy day. Luckily, we're not outside. Don't have to worry about the elements as that first one goes across. And he's going to say a strike. Wow. Helmer was ducking on that one, but the ump is not going to bite. That one did bounce on that one, so that is definitely a ball call. It'll be 1-1. I want to play my game tonight. Swung on and missed for Tripp. He's trying out there, though. 1-2. Tripp struck out the last time up, or first time up. Outside just a bit, and we've got a 2-2 count. We've got 2 outs, nobody on. We're in the bottom of the third. Game is set for 7. He's going to hit that one just barely as it goes out to first. And is he going to be able to leg it out? Nope. If he would have been a quicker runner, maybe, but instead will be taken by third base, and he will keep it as he tags him out first base. I think I said third base. Either way, first base, and that is Jacob DeMarco, who gets the third out. So 3 up, 3 down. There's nobody left on base. No hits, no runs, no errors. We're going to go to the top of the 4th. Be back in just a moment right here on the Jal Panther Network.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
All right, we are back. We are top of the 4th inning, and we've managed to get 18 in the first against this squad, but only 1 in the last 2 innings. So Jal put on the brakes on the defense, but have not been able to get anything offensively going with their bats so far in this game. Speaking of which, it is going to be the big home run hitter from the first inning who is coming up to bat now, as he is Jacob DeMarco. But he's been quieted as he's been walked and then struck out last time at bat. And now we have a coach who is not in his spot yet. Now he's going to be, so we're back to action. Top of the 4th, just getting started. DeMarco with the first pitch, and it'll be inside just for the ball. Ball one. There we go. That one's inside, and nope, didn't catch after all. So we have a pitching change. I just noticed that. I wasn't even paying attention. Yeah. So got hit by pitch on that one. In any case, Tripp is the pitcher right now. So Sauceda is back to short. Tripp is going to see what he can do with the pitch on the pitching mound. So far, 1 on, no outs. 19-0 is the score. Triple run across as he faces the top of the order, Chuy Chavez. Chuy, last time up, struck out. So 1-0 is the count. Delivery high again and didn't make it inside. Jayton thought about throwing to first, but instead throws back to Tripp. 2-0. So Chavez has had a walk, a strikeout, and 2 hits, including a double. That one's going to go a little high as well. He's trying to, I think he's trying to do a either a changeup or a what is it? Dropper, slider, sinker. That's the, I knew it wasn't dropper. Nevertheless, though, 3-0 is the count right now. 1 on, no outs. That one's going to go across, hit, and will be foul for the long strike. Ball still out of play right now. We're going to get it back. Full count. No, sorry. 3-1 is the count. Walk on that one as it goes across. So coming up next, looks like it'll be a different player. Oops. No, I gotta get that right. Let's see. Nope, nope, that was it. All right, so that is a foul ball on that one first. So that is going to be against, let's see, that is Riker Russell comes in with a .667 batting average. His first time to bat. Actually, no, he is the bottom of the, oh, that's right, he was the only one that wasn't batting, but right now he is back in the lineup anyway, so he is taking over for the DH. He is now the DH. And he is sitting at 1-1. Stop that. There we go. 1-1, 2 outs, nobody on. Runners advancing. Swung on and looked like that was a foul. Either way, strike is going to be the call. So now we're at 1-2 for Russell. Tripp having the opportunity to get a strikeout on this one with 2 on, no outs. Top of the 4th, swung on, and it'll be a foul ball. No change in the count. Riker still on for on batting. Oh, that's right. Again, coming in with a .667 batting average. Chokes up as he hits that one. It'll go to third, who will tag out. And a force out from Salinas, who is at third base right now, is going to get out number 1. So that'll be fielder's choice on that one. So that'll be, oops, right there. And the first out goes to DeMarco. Coming up next, Gavin Reese gets that first call just outside for the ball. So ball number 1. So we had a few more areas change around, but nevertheless, though, it is Tripp on the mound. Throwing this time. Hits him. And then we got a bases loaded situation again as Gavin Reese gets hit by pitch. This guy, let's see, actually it is a new batter, looks like. Yep. And the new batter is going to be number 24. That is Justin Gutzler, who hits 500. First one's being crossed. He's going to find that for the strike. So bases loaded, 1 out, and a new batter. As he gets his opportunity to get something going with his bat, that'll be Justin Gutzler. Inside, did not swing, and that'll be the ball. Trying to get everything done in here. Let's see. So that is 1-1 for the count. Yep, delivered, and it's going to be a hopper for Gutzler. So it'll be 2-1 for the count now. Oh, there's a bird there. So it is windy out there still. It's the outside call on that one, 3-1. So Tripp getting back on the mound. Looking at the runner, is going to go ahead and deal throws, and that is, I thought it was on the money, but no. It's going to walk in a run. I think the players didn't even realize it at the moment, but it is going to walk in a run. 20-0 is the score right now. No outs, bases loaded. Coming up, Elijah Rixton. So no hits so far. We did have the fielder's choice a moment ago to get the first out. That one's going to get deep, and it's going to be right in his hand, in his mitt, center fielder. But the sac fly is going to get 1 run across. That is out number 1. Yeah, that'll work too. And then we're at 21-0. Coming up next, Mickey New, who has struck out 3 times and walked once. They're going to go across for the ball. So count at 1-0. Dealing again. Tripp. A little inside makes Mickey duck. And we're at 2-0. Comes across once again. Swung on, and that's going to be hit to third. Yep, he's going to go ahead and get that. Didn't have to tag him, but did anyway after the force out. So out number 2. Wait, we've got. Oh, okay, that's right. That was out number 3. Hadn't got the 2 yet. So 3 outs on that one. Had 2 are left on base. It was 1 error. And I believe 3 runs came across. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network. Thanks again for watching.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
Welcome back as Jal is up to bat next. It is the bottom of the 4th, and it is a 21-0 lead for the Wolverines. Coming up right now is going to be Sauceda, the sophomore, who had a strikeout, and this is his second time up. First one is rung up for a strike. So strike 1 as he tried to get a cut on that one. The same thing. And strike 2. So he's not connecting, but he is trying. 0-2 is the count. Behind is Sauceda. Opportunity and just a little out for Mickey New, still on the mound for the Wolverines. 1-2 is the count. Got a few more spectators here watching, or here anyway. This one goes crossed, and that'll be a strike 3. Caught him watching on that one as it went by. Unfortunately, he's already had 7 strikeouts. That makes it number 8. Jayton Butt's coming up now. Jayton's a freshman. Let's see. First one just delivered a little, no, actually it wasn't. It was right across the pike for a strike. Looked a little high at first, but it did find its mark. And Jayton struck out in the second inning. And Butts already down 0-2 on the count. He still has nice control of his throws. That was a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Already 2 strikeouts in this inning, the bottom of the 4th, and we're already to our 3rd batter, Isaac Salinas. Last time I saw, he was at 3rd base. First one's going to go high for the ball. Of course, Salinas is a sophomore, so he's got plenty of time to get better. Goes across for the swing and a miss. Strike 1, 1-1 is what we've got. So 2 outs, nobody on. Mickey with the delivery again, quickly. Swung on, missed again, strike 2. It's one of those I've noticed on a couple of teams. They get fast on their delivery, not giving a batter a time to think about what's going on. Just try to swing or not swing. Here he goes, delivers, swung on and fouled. Nope, it's going to be a strike. 3 up, 3 down, nobody on. Nobody got on base and no errors as well. We're going to go to the top of the 5th. We've got a 21-0 game. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here in Jal, New Mexico. You're on the Jal Panther Network, whether you're on HobbsAmerica.com or on YouTube.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
Just a note, we have a pitching change once again. We'll go to Jayton Butts to pitch, and Tripp will go back to catching. So not long for a Tripp. He's been around a little bit. Now he's going to go back to his original position. And Jayton got to remember that he is only so tall. Can't be throwing him like that without some problems. So let's see. We've got Sauceda back at shortstop. It is Salinas at third. So it puts him at 5. So he was starting at short. Now he's over at third. Still have Xavier at first. I believe everybody else is pretty much the same spot they have been. Some of those uniforms are a little too big for the players currently. Let's go back in just a second. We'll get more coverage for you right here.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Mason Pipkin up to bat first, as that one goes a little off the rails. And it will be a ball. So let's see. We've got Mason Pipkin taking another swing on that one. This is going to be hit over to third. He's going to throw it to first, and that's going to be off the mark. He was able to catch it, but not be able to get the tag as well. So a single for Mason. Coming up next is going to be, that'll be Austin. So 1 on, no outs. A little high on that one, and no. We saw that last time too, but the ball for Hakama. And we're in the top of the 5th once again. It checked it and almost threw to first, but instead held on to it. So the count is now 2-0. Another delivery. This one's going to go high. Yep. Can't seem to get that to drop down as low as he'd like it to. Count is now at 3-0. So 1 on, no outs, 21 run lead. He's going to go ahead and steal this time. And that'll be high. In fact, he's going to steal 2. Throw to third is in time, but does not get it there. And the steal for 2 goes for, let's see, that is going to be Mason Pipkin. So Pipkin now at third. We've got, oh, that's right, the walk. And runners at the corners. DeMarco up next. First one's going to be high, ball 1. DeMarco had a home run in the first, but has walked and been hit by a pitch. Also struck out in the third, I believe it was. Yep. Runner advances to second after that wild pitch. And that'll be, once again, Austin. So 2 on, running in scoring position at second and third. No outs. And once again, Jacob this time gets a strike call. Count is now at 1-1. Delivers. A little low. Fastball, it looked like, and that'll be strike 2. Swung on and missed. So an opportunity for Butts to get a strikeout. Against a runner who is, or a batter who has already had a strikeout in this game. And too high for that one for the ball. Gets it to 2-2. It's back in the batter's box. Going to get another delivery from Butts. Swung on and foul to the backstop. Stays alive. Looks like coming up next is going to be Chewy Chavez. Top of the order once again. So 2-2 count. Some of that got a full count on here, but I've got 2-2. And I did have 3-2, so it's a full count, so that will make it a walk. Chewy comes up with the bases loaded. Chavez has been up a few times. He's walked, gotten a double, a single, a 2 RBI single, struck out, and has been walked the last time up. First one's going to be a strike. 1-1 with the bases loaded. And a little high on that one. On that, it will be 1-1. With no outs. Jaden Butt's first appearance on the mound. A little high on that one as well. Did not drop again. 2-1. Top of the 5th. We are now at 3 o'clock. We've been playing for just 2 hours. Another one high. High. Now 3-1. So 3 balls in a row. Back on the mound. Let's see if Chewy is going to swing on this one. No, he did not, and that was a strange walk, but nevertheless, it is going to be a walk for Chavez, and that'll also walk in a run. And that run will be from that's right. High on that one. 22-0 is the score. We've got up there now Russell. Second time at bat. Got on a fielder's choice last time up. 1-0. This one's going to be delivered low. No advancement on that one as it was a wild pitch. 2-0 is the count. That's right. 2-0. Swung on and hit into the shallow as that goes to shortstop. He's going to fling it over to first, not in time. Or did he? Got him at first. All right, nicely done for the 6-3. Another fielder's choice on that one as it gets Ricky Russell out. 6-3 for the first out. And an RBI as well, as the runner does make it across home plate. So puts it up to 23-0. Swing on that one from hits the shortstop, and that will be out number 2. Nicely done, another 6-3 as Gavin Reese hits into that 6-3. And RBI on that one as well as he scores a run as well. So another run, 24-0. Let's stop doing that. There we go. And coming up will be Justin. And that is Gutzler. Yep. A little high on that one for the first pitch. And that'll be ball 1. 2 outs, so we've got 1 left on base. There we go. Swung on, and let's see where that goes. That's going to go to the left. Will be fielded. Nope, he's going to drop the ball. It's going to go back. So 1 runner will come across. I'll put, let's see, who was that? That was Justin on first. And that was Chewy Chavez who scored. Swung on that one as that was hit deep. Just over to center fielder's head, goes back to the wall, and that could be a double. So that'd be a double for, that was, by the way, Elijah, who hadn't had a hit, who flew out the last time up. This time did get a double. And Mickey New coming up next. Mickey has not had a hit. So 2 outs, hits, and that is going to be a foul. Oh, it is. I was thinking he is running hard, and as he gets an RBI, looks like he's going to get his first hit. And he could leg it out for a triple. Let's see. Yep, he's going to go ahead and get a 2 RBI triple out of that. So his day is going to improve as far as hitting. So he's all the way to third. 2 more runs come across, and I do believe, of course, this game was pretty much out of hand already. 27-0 is the score right now. As we've got Mason Pipkin on, the second baseman. A little high on that delivery, and that's going to be ball 1. So we already have that. So this is the second time up in this inning. Got a single in the first, or last time up. And we have ball 2 now. 2 now. Chris Elm should be next if needed. Swung on and hit. It's going to go to the left. And it will be the left fielder trying to catch it, and he does. He's able to get that one for the third out. That is going to be Miguel Ramirez. So after a few hits and a few runs come across, we are at the bottom of the 5th. We'll be back in just a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network. Thanks for watching.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
All right, 5 runs come across off of 2 hits, 1 left on base and no errors, and we go to the bottom of the 5th. And it is a blowout runaway so far for Texico. 27-0 is the score. We've got Mickey New still on for the pitcher on the mound. Coming up first, Zayd Lindman, the freshman, is going to come up. Last time was walked. And that was in the 2nd inning. We had 3 up, 3 down last inning. All 3 strikeouts. And that's going to be rung up for the strike as he watches it go across. Strike 2. So yeah, Mickey is getting good control with his pitching so far, or still. That one goes across, and that's going to be strike number 3. He rung him up. Looking, unfortunately, and that's going to be out number 1. Coming up next is going to be, I believe that's a new player for us. He'd been sitting on the bench all the time. He swung on and missed on that one for strike number 1. I'm looking at the wrong one. High swing and a miss on that one for Carranzo. So 2-0-2 is the count right now. Swung on, and that'll be strike number 3. That is going to be for Carranzo instead of Miguel Ramirez. And that'll be the 2nd out of the inning. Coming up is Navarrete. Navarrete struck out in the 2nd. High ball on that one, so it'll be ball number 1. So yeah, that was he had been sitting on the bench the whole time, but that is going to be a strike as it goes across. 1-1 is the count. No slowing this pitcher down. That one goes low for ball 2. 2-1 for Navarrete. Slinger on that one, and he gets it inside for strike. So the count goes to 2-2. Nobody on, 2 outs. Here we go. Swung on and missed. And that'll be 3 up, 3 down. That is 2 innings in a row that has happened for Texico. We're going to pause for a moment, be back, and we're going to continue coverage. It's happening all right here on the Jal Panther Network.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
That is the end of the game. I had a feeling it would end after 5 mercy rule. We had 18 runs in the first for Texico, 0 in the second. Managed to get only 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth, but racked up 6 in the fifth. Meanwhile, Jal was held hitless as well as runless, and that is the final score. 27-0 is the score. Only one of this game was only set for 1, even though it was previously set to go to Texico for a doubleheader, but that is not going to happen, obviously, because we're here in Jal, and we are enjoying this nice windy, cool weather. So let's see if we have any stats. Oh, actually, there were a few pitchers out there. But unfortunately, they only had a few times at bat, and Wolverines were able to control those bats and keep the bases pretty much runner free. I think the biggest or the best position they had for running the bases was at second, but they didn't last for very long. So that is going to be it. Let's see what we have on the docket for the next game before we get out of here, because we'll, of course, let you know what's going on all of our Nomar broadcasting stations on Facebook page. But it is going to be Eunice next, and that is going to be happening on Tuesday. So that'll be the next one coming up, and that'll also be happening right here. No, that'll be in Eunice. Following that'll be Loving on the Saturday, and that'll be at home. So we've got Eunice on Tuesday away in Eunice, and then Loving will be here on 11 o'clock for the start. For myself, Ron Gunter, for Jer Bear on the camera, and for Tiff Stuber at the station, we do appreciate you being here, and whether you had a good Friday just the other day or tomorrow, you have a happy Easter. We want to make sure that you come back again to watch more of Jal Sports and the Jal Sports Network. Thanks again for watching. Happy Easter to you as well.
The Woolworth
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter